What is holding you back from some of the dreams, some of the aspirations, some of the goals that you have set for yourself? I'm Neil and welcome to Next with Neil. We've all been there. We all have in our mind things that we want to achieve, things that we want to do. Maybe they are recent goals and aspirations, or maybe you've been wanting to achieve something for a very long time, but something is holding you back. Now, in this example, I'm going to use me starting a YouTube channel. It has been and continues to be the most wonderful and exhilarating journey. I've thought about starting a YouTube channel for a very long time, but there were things holding me back. And I've had to work through that. And here on this video, I'm going to be sharing some of the insights into what might be holding you back from wanting to take those next steps with some of your own dreams, whether that's starting a YouTube channel or your other dreams, whether it's taking up a new hobby, whether it is starting a new side hustle, whether it is exploring a new career, whether it is gaining your confidence, whether it is overcoming your fears, whether it is all of the above in going from where you are now to where you could be. So the first thing that often holds people back is they feel like they need to be perfect or 100% ready to start. They feel like they aren't ready. Have you felt like that? I know I have. Where in your mind you conjure up a situation where I'll start that when I look better, when I feel better, when inside of me I know I'm ready, when I've got the right equipment, when I'm in the right environment, when I've got the right lighting, when I've got more time. So it's that sense of not feeling ready that holds people back, when in actual fact, it's all about starting right now. Because the more you try new things, the more you realize that one never really feels ready. And I know in my own journey, even with starting this YouTube channel, I haven't felt ready, but I've just taken the plunge. I've started making the videos, and through that process, you learn so much. But the biggest thing you learn is that you never feel ready. And therefore, just start. Whatever that goal is, whatever that dream is, start taking those small steps in that direction of what is next for you with your specific goal. So that's the first element that I think holds a lot of people back. They don't feel ready. The second element that holds a lot of people back is fear of being judged. What will others think? What will they think of me starting a YouTube channel? What will they think of me trying to achieve that big audacious goal? What will they say? What will they do? What will they comment on? And the list goes on. Have you been there? Have you worried about what other people might say about your individual goals and aspirations? And the thing you start to realize is that most people are wrapped up in their own lives. Most people are very focused on themselves, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just the reality that often we think people care more than they do. And of course people care about you, your family, your friends, etc. But even so, most people are in their own heads thinking about their own issues, their own challenges, their own opportunities, their own obstacles, and the list goes on. So the more that you realize that people don't care as much as you think, that can be very freeing. That can be very liberating, and that can free you up to really focus on what is next for you with your specific goals. The third thing that holds a lot of people back, I know it's held me back at times with many of my goals, is I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. I need a completely free weekend, or I need a completely free evening, or I need a big chunk of time to really sink my teeth into that goal and aspiration. Whereas the reality and the positive upside to this realization is it's actually more beneficial to you to tackle a goal or an aspiration or a dream in small pockets of time. 10 minutes a day, a couple of times a week, half a day on the weekend, one evening a week or fortnight or month. Because by breaking down often what can seem a big insurmountable goal into small manageable chunks does a few things. Firstly, it makes you feel better because it makes you feel like that this dream is actually achievable. It also provides you with a lot more contact time with your goal, because rather than earmarking one complete weekend and then it's a set and forget, if you dip your toe into that dream and that goal regularly, 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, a couple times a week, a couple times a month, the results will be a lot quicker. And it also will mean it's less pressure on you to have to achieve and do everything in that dedicated full day or full weekend. Rather, you can experiment and explore and create and collaborate and think through those pockets of time. It means that you can see your dream and your aspiration coming to life a lot quicker. And again, it just lessens the pressure. And let's face it, I mean, anything that can reduce the pressure of achieving goals is going to be beneficial to you. So that is another thing that holds people back, thinking that they don't have enough time, when in actual fact, having less time but more pockets of it split over a longer period can drastically improve your results. The fourth thing that often holds people back is them thinking they're not good enough, that they don't have the skills, they don't have the capabilities, they don't have the ambition, they don't have the drive, and the list goes on. Now, if I use YouTube as an example of me wanting to create this channel, I don't know everything about creating videos and good videos and quality content and storytelling. But the thing you start to realize is you don't need to know everything, and that you are good enough in whatever goal you're trying to achieve. And that through doing that goal and through going through that process, you will learn an enormous amount about yourself. And you will also learn your resilience, your strength of character, and all the new skills sets that you can learn throughout that process. So again, by trying to tackle that new dream, that new aspiration, that new endeavor, you realize that you don't need to know everything, and that you can in fact learn and grow throughout that. So that is the fourth element to consider around that. Now, the fifth element that sometimes holds people back is that they're not quite clear what the steps are that they should take. They feel like they need an absolutely robust plan right out ahead of them to enable them to go from where they are now to where they could be. But the thing is that you don't need to know every step on that roadmap. All you need to know is how to take that first step and how to start. So for example, me recording these videos on YouTube, again, has all been about being able to just take that first step. So while it can be comforting sometimes to want to have that whole roadmap and every signpost mapped out, the reality is no one has that. You sometimes have to figure it out as you go along with whatever dream and goal and aspiration that you are tackling. So those are 5 handy tips that I have found incredibly helpful. I'd love to hear more about your journey. I'd love to hear more about what is next for you, what you are thinking of across hobbies, across creativity, across fitness, across mindset, and more. If you've liked this video, please feel free to like and subscribe or comment. And I hope you're having a wonderful week, and I'll see you on the next video.